July 29th, 2026. I didn't turn on the live stream while I was coming down to my destination. I'm in Vietnam, commonly referred to as Fayetteville, North Carolina. Out of Sunbelt Rentals. I had to come help him with a slight problem. Got the problem solved. Now I'm going to take a more scenic route to get out of here. Oh, I should actually grab some food out of the back of my van. Yeah, I'm going to pull over to the side of the road. Be right back. I pre-made an omelet. So I didn't have to get any food while I was out. Well, I'll still get some food, because I'll still be out a while. Oh. And off we go. Kind of going around Fayetteville. I'm going to go on 87, and then on 210, and then I'm still going to take another detour. Miles, we'll get off at Bragg Boulevard. Yes, this is where Fort Bragg is. turning left here. Okay. Because I want to get on 210. And 210 is the way I want to go. And that's actually the side track I'm going to take. I have to make sure I stay on it. And go up through Anderson Creek. Never been there. Live from behind the windshield, how can I help you? What's going on? Cool. Sweet. Sounds like you're getting all choked up about it. Oh, nice. That's hard to get hired there. Cool. Wow. Very cool. Yeah. How'd that go? Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Nice. Exactly, yeah. Cool. Cool. Yeah. I should go look up and see if there's any Costco jobs in Greenville. Where I don't know. There's no Costco in Greenville, so yeah, you can't go apply there. Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I got home Sunday night about 6 o'clock. Used Monday and Tuesday as somewhat recovery day. I think it hit me, and I didn't get out of bed till like 8 o'clock on Tuesday morning. That was nice. But then I got all the mowing done yesterday. So the cloudiness kind of helped, but it took me forever because everything was so thick. Yeah, but I got it all done, and then I just drove down to Fayetteville. I'm actually on my way back now. And then I probably don't have to go anywhere for a while. I got to stop at a FedEx or the mailbox store, drop off a FedEx to return to the factory part, and then stop at the grocery store, and then, yeah, that's about it. Yeah. 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 Uh-huh. Yeah, it's a hard spot to be in. It's like you don't want to do it, but you want to go work because you feel like you're not doing anything. Yeah. Right. Exactly. Cool. That was about an hour and 20 minutes, maybe. Actually, I think it only took me about an hour to get down. I'm taking the longer route to get home, drive through a different road I haven't taken before. It says I'll be home at 11. Uh, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go find anywhere to go for a walk. I'm just going to go home. But it's the Cape Fear is what comes down into Fayetteville. Yeah. I'm eating while I'm talking to you, so that's why I'm not talking much because I'm munching on some scrambled eggs. Just some scrambled eggs I made yesterday.
Yeah. The stuff does taste good. I like it. I've had it. But it's not cheap, but I only buy it when I'm using the company card. Yeah. Yeah. And when you really start looking at it and look at the ingredients, yeah, it's quote unquote healthier, quote unquote, but really it's just high protein content. And still, if you look at how much you actually eat in a serving, it's not a big difference in the calorie side. Yeah, it's still, same calories. Yeah. Maybe, yeah. Cool. Have fun. See ya. And we're back. Turnoff I wanted to get off at so I could stay on 210, go up through Anderson Creek, which I don't think I've ever been through there. Seems interesting. I've been up 401 many a times going up through Lillington. Technically this will take me into Lillington as well. And then into Fuquay. Oh, I got off on the wrong exit. Oopsie. Yeah, I don't want to go into Fort Bragg. Well, there's Fort Bragg for you. Well, that was your tour of the entrance area, or at least one of the entrance areas for Fort Bragg. Well, do I go back to the podcast I was listening to?
I found a faster route via US 1 North, which saves 4 minutes.
Yeah, I got off on the wrong exit. This is the exit I needed to get off on. Next to the truck. Parker Pond. Would have probably been a prettier drive. I drove it once a few years ago, maybe 4 years ago. When I bought my motorcycle, I bought it in Vietnam and then came back to up 401, staying off the interstate just so I get used to it. I'm just kind of poking along here. Not even doing the speed limit. Going below. Well, I'm right at it. I don't feel like passing the truck. Not in a rush. Gonna stop at the grocery store. Stop at the mailbox place next door. Drop off a package. they add a cock to you when they bury you or embalm you? Carvers Creek State Park. Okay. Still go back and forth if I'm going to keep the satellite. It's kind of fun, but is it better than the phones? I do need to look up what my statistics are and how much bandwidth I used. I've already paid for it. Got the money to pay it off. Don't think I want to. I paid for it, but I already paid for it. Well, I got to pay that credit card bill, but that's not due for another couple of weeks. Welcome to Harnett County. Strong roots, new growth. Okay. It's amazing how many places have sheds for sale. Time to dive in behind that truck because that lane ends. Hair like heaven. Part of me wants to pull over and stop for a second just so I can wait for that truck to get on its way and maybe I can get somebody else in front of me. Shady Grove Road on the right and Appaloosa Drive on the left. Barefoot's Hardware and Supply Company. pulling over here just so I can let that truck go for a little ways. Move down this road and make a quick U-turn in the dirt. Alright, a couple cars go by. Much better. Fed decided to keep rates unchanged or raise them or lower them. I think it'd be awesome if they actually raised them just a little bit. That new Fed chairman reach down and grab a pair. Get some balls, man. It's only 35 miles an hour wind flashing. It's the middle of summer. There's no school. South Harnett Elementary. Old auto shop there. Countryside Monuments. Doubt that business is open anymore. There's a house for rent. Just run down and overgrown. Price of gold. See, that'll tell you. Then again, I don't think the Fed announcement until this afternoon. There's some tobacco. A lot of tobacco. It's down a little bit. It's at $4,000. $4,003. At least according to Kitco. That's about a 15-minute delay. Harmony Baptist Church. More tobacco on the left. Also up here, coming up on the left. Over there on the right. Dump truck is stopping. That's the same dump truck I was behind, and I caught up to it. Which means somebody passed him. I believe he's turning, so that's no big deal. Looks like it's a quarry or a supplier of rock stuff. Upper Little River. Wellington, 2 miles. I get into Lillington, I think I get back on 401, which then takes me into Fuquay, up to Sunset Boulevard, and take Sunset to the grocery store and the mailbox, and then I'm almost home. More tobacco. A lot of tobacco. Ooh. Rumbly. They actually merge together is what they do. Lots and lots of tobacco. Welcome to Lillington. So I do actually have to turn left. Do both lanes turn left? Don't know. Yes, they both turn left. Because there's a third lane up there that turns right. Excel Fiber Optics. That's a splicing trailer. Getting behind him because in 1.4 miles I gotta turn left. Beacon Thrift and Store. Fish Fry Seafood Restaurant. Zaza Happy Smoke. To the left right here is actually your downtown original, I think, of Lillington. Buzzards Law Firm. Ahead, we're going to cross the Cape Fear River. was there. Damn it. What's it want me to do? Oh, they just want me to take like a side road to get on 401. That's weird. Scooter's Coffee drive-through. That's why it looked weird and why I didn't turn there, because I know that the signal is 401. Go home and take a nap. Go around those people. Of course, I'm gonna get stuck behind a truck pulling a pool. Somebody's getting a new pool. that truck pulling that pole on a trailer. Isn't driving slow. More tobacco. I think that cross is steel from the World Trade Centers. He's turning. Which way do I want to go? The way I was already planning, or should I take a different route that it's showing me on the map? As an alternate with a similar ETA. I don't know. Chally Beach Springs. Yeah, still getting some choppiness in the video upload stream. Is what it is. Somebody was calling me, but I didn't know the number, so I'm letting it go to voicemail. Yeah, that is a loud ringer. So I can hear that phone. But I figured I'd let it go to voicemail and then go listen to it. I think I know who it is. I can help them when I get home. On the advice of counsel, I invoke my Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination and respectfully decline to answer your question. Yeah, that person calling, it's not one of those questions. But they didn't leave a voicemail. Well, no voicemail, no call back. Fuquay-Varina, also commonly referred to as fucking vagina. I know my doom scrolling or doom driving isn't entertaining you enough, but I think you've inspired me to take a nap, or when I get home, I'll go for a walk. Yeah, the phone that rang was the work phone, not the personal phone. Looks like I lost connection there for a little bit, and it's back. So maybe that didn't come through, and I'll say it again. This is downtown Fuquay-Varina, the historic district. TikToker. I don't follow her, but I get a lot of her suggested videos. Her name's Liz, and I think she lives in this area or relatively close and does a lot of history stuff. Liz Purdue, I think. Alright, we came through it. We saw it. There's nothing here. Keep driving. No, I'm not going to turn left there because I don't feel like it. Go a different way. Normal way for me. The rest of this trip is sponsored by NeedAPacer.com. Are you one of those weirdos that likes to run ultra marathons? You know, you're a little sick in the head, or you run those ultra marathons that are on trail and have dreams and aspirations of dislocating a knee, breaking a hip, cracking your head open, falling on your hiking pole like that guy did in Montana or Idaho or Wyoming, and then finishing the race. You need a pacer. That person will kick your ass while you're moving to keep you at the pace you need to be at. NeedAPacer.com. Instead of Need a Pacer, it probably says NeedYourHeadExamined.com. NeedALobotomy.com. Let's aim that air conditioning a little more at me because that sun coming in is a little warm.
left at the next light. Phone's ringing again, but that time you guys can't hear it. Yeah, what's up? Almost home. I'm gonna stop at the mailbox store next to the grocery store so I can ship back the controller, and then go to the grocery store, and then be home in like 30 minutes. Sunbelt Rentals is all taken care of. It was easy. Just had to put the right program on it. Exactly like we thought. It had 60 on it, and 60 technically is a legacy, and the legacy was for a stock chaser, and this thing was a freaking payloader. And yep. And even before I did it, I looked, and yeah, at rest the throttle was at 100%, and then you press the throttle and went to 0. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly the problem. That's why you get the throttle errors, because wrong type of throttle for this program. Yeah. Yep, and then on top of that, for some reason, they had asked for a harness, and I don't know why, because I think somebody in the office told them they might have a harness problem. Because this thing got dropped in this guy's lap because the other tech, I think, gave up and went, either left or went to, he's like, I'm tired of dealing with it. And I think I even remember the original call. I might have been one of them that talked to him saying, you probably need a controller or a contactor. And they got the controller, and then everything went downhill. And then it wasn't us that told him to get a harness. And I think he said it was a lady. So most likely it was, one of the ladies in the office, like, oh, well, here's the part number. And he's looking at it going, yeah, I'm going to get the right part, the wrong part. I'm like, keep my ticket as a reference. I'll go try to find your sales order and say, if you return that thing, you should be credited back for it. And no restocking fee, because that wouldn't have solved anything. And it's a DC harness, the DC converter harness on a payloader. If it has one, it doesn't have one. So, total waste. But he was happy as a clam. He's like, dude, I'm so glad this thing works. Now we can put this thing together, get rid of this fucking thing. I'm like, how many more of these things do you deal with? He's like, this is the only one I know of that's in this rental area. I'm like, okay, so then buying the tool is probably pointless. But if you ever have technical questions, just make sure you get to the tech line or the tech email. And, parts-wise, I'll reply to it later when I get back to the house. Oh. What? Yeah, that works. Yeah. Yeah, because he had originally, when he sent it in, he had asked some other guy, James Giddon, is he even on the ticket? No. I would say, Derek, it doesn't look like you actually sent James the message, or it wasn't CC'd, but we have no, or something like that. Yeah. I would say he was never on there in the first place. I never looked originally, kind of assumed maybe he did, but yeah. So, hey, I don't know if James ever got your message because he's not on our side, and we have not received any information from anybody on your team. But yeah, I left it
ate, had to get some gas, drove down there, solved it. They were happy. Almost back, like 5 minutes from the grocery store in the mailbox place, FedEx drop off. Go get a couple of things, and then go home, and then go get a walk-in. And then New England replied saying that they're going to try that. I was almost debating replying back to them going, if you've got another Tomberlin similar vehicle, try maybe even swapping the controllers after you do the sub-harness, see what happens. It's a cheap way to diagnose if you're not buying a part. And of course, his batteries are a mixture of batteries, 2021s and 2025s. It's like, well, he's like, I load tested them. They last 120 minutes. I'm like, okay. Don't know if that really tells me anything, but mismatched batteries, not exactly a good thing. And technically, your 2025 batteries are now basically the same capacity as your 2021s. Yeah. Lyle. I'm assuming that was Lyle. Wow. Cool. Shh. Shh. Somebody called my cell phone a little bit ago from Gainesville, Florida, but didn't leave a voicemail, and I don't know who's in Gainesville, so I'm like, they can leave a voicemail and I'll call them back, but no voicemail. I have no idea. It's 352 301 4929. No, 301 4929. I'm going to kill the stream. Have a good day.